Hi, everyone. Thank you for your interest in walking dogs at Austin Pets Alive. This video will provide an overview of dog walking at our main location, TLAC Animal Center, or TLAC for short. At any given time, APA is responsible for between 400 and 600 dogs. Outside of TLAC, we generally have about 300 dogs in foster and 20 small dogs at Tarrytown. At TLAC, we have 207 kennels, housing primarily medium and large dogs, with some puppies and the occasional small dog. We are not an open intake facility. All of the dogs in the care of Austin Pets Alive were at risk of being euthanized in their previous shelter due to their behavior, a medical issue, or lack of space. In 2018, APA took in 4,082 new dogs, averaging 340 new dogs every month. We are open to the public every day from 11:30 to 7. When potential adopters come to TLAC, they are able to walk around and look at the dogs. When they have a dog in mind or want suggestions, they meet with a matchmaker. Our motto is to help people help pets, which means meeting the adopters where they're at, not judging, and helping them find a dog that will best fit their lifestyle. Our matchmakers will ask them questions about their lifestyle and look up notes of what kind of home the dog needs. If it could be a match, the matchmaker will take the dog to a play yard with the potential adopter. If it is not a good fit, they can recommend dogs that would work for the potential adopters. If the potential adopters already have dogs in the home, they will be required to bring their dogs to TLAC for an introduction. If they meet a match and fall in love, they can submit an adoption application. Some dogs will require a medical or behavior consult or both with an expert in the respective field. Then they will meet with an adoption processor and take their new dog home. Some dogs will be required to come back for included medical treatment, like spay, neuter, or heartworm treatment. Some dogs have required pre-adoption behavior training. All dogs have support for any new or known behavior issues. Potential adopters will come up to you to ask questions. The most common question they ask is, "I am interested in a dog. How can I take them out of their kennels?" You can direct them to Building B, where they entered, to let the receptionist know that they would like to meet with a matchmaker. Do not let anyone pet your dog or come into a play yard with a dog. Our matchmaking team is trained to facilitate meet and greets in order to keep both dogs and humans safe. Because some of our dogs come to us in great need, you may witness a lot of things that could be difficult to see. Examples of the kinds of medical conditions are mange, highly anxious dogs, excessive drooling, sores, or dogs who have had or need an amputation. Examples of behavior issues are dogs who guard their toys or food, have a bite history, are very scared of humans or other dogs, or are protective of their handler. These issues can require specialized training in order to handle our dogs safely, which is why we require passing dog handling classes for each behavior color. We do our best to categorize our dogs by in-shelter behavior and provide training to successfully handle each level of dog. At TLAC, we walk dogs on uneven surfaces in all weather conditions. There can be loud noises from the dogs, train and grackles, and strong smells, mostly from dog poop. There is always a lot going on at TLAC. It can be a stressful environment for people and dogs. It can be overwhelming at first to learn where things are and how things are done, especially in a stimulating environment that is physically, mentally, and emotionally challenging. This is why we provide the training and staff to help prepare and support volunteers the best that we can. I say all of this to try to prepare you for what to expect and to make sure TLAC dog walking is the right fit for you. Still with me? Great! Now let's get to the details. We have a commitment to give every dog at least 2 10-minute outings per day, one each morning and one each evening. The two most common types of outings are a walk or a play group. A walk is when a dog is walked from their kennel to a fenced play yard and spends time with that person. Playgroup is when a dog is taken to a play yard to socialize with other dogs, which is facilitated by a person trained by the behavior team. Playgroup allows us to get about half of our dogs out, while the other half are walked by staff and volunteers. Playgroup allows us to save dogs that are in our care because it allows us to get to know the dogs as dogs, rehabilitate certain dogs and their behavior, as well as help us lower the stress of the dogs in our care by getting them out of their kennels. Our peak dog walking times are 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. However, staff will stay as long as needed to get every dog out every day, no matter the weather conditions. Dog walking is such an important and fun role. You get to help relieve their stress and have a little fun with the dogs by taking them out to cuddle and play. Your first priority as a dog walker is to keep yourself and your dog safe. By following the rules, as well as what you learn in your trainings, you will be keeping your dog's best interest first. After all, we're here to care for the animals while they take a pit stop with us until they get into their forever home. Every dog on leash is given a 10-foot bubble from dogs, people, and kennels. This is an important safety measure and should not be taken lightly. This means that you should not be approaching dogs on leash, even if you know them. Remember that your arm, leash, and the dog each add 1 to 6 feet. 10 feet is a lot further away than you would expect. The person with the dog has the right-of-way. When you are walking a dog, please drive defensively. Stop at corners to look both ways and use our strategically placed mirrors to assure you. What to do when there is a loose dog? If you have a dog that gets loose or you see a loose dog, yell "Loose dog!" loudly and repeatedly to alert staff and volunteers until the dog is caught. If you are walking a dog, your dog is your priority. Get yourself and your dog in the nearest fenced or enclosed area. This could be an empty play yard, kennel, bathroom, or building, except for the cattery. Then wait in this area until you get the signal that the loose dog has been caught. If you are not walking a dog, feel free to walk behind the dog to let others know the location. You shouldn't try to catch a loose dog that you don't know. But if the dog has loose body language, you can sweet-talk them into an open yard or kennel and close the door. Then wait for staff to take the dog to its kennel. Please keep in mind some of our dogs are resource guarders, so using treats or toys to lure a dog into a yard should be done with caution to prevent putting yourself in an unsafe situation. Last but not least is to remain calm. Running or frantic behavior can add pressure to the situation and make it escalate. Our play yards are enclosed by fences that are either 4 feet or 6 feet tall. If the play yard is 4 feet tall, every dog must wear a tether at all times to prevent the dog from jumping out and getting loose. If the play yard is 6 feet tall, your dog does not need to be tethered, but it is still good practice to have a drag leash on the dog. Drag leashes are often braided leashes that you can put on the dog so that yours doesn't get dirty with mud or poop. We want to avoid grabbing dogs by their collar, so if there is a reason you need to get the dog away from something, grab the handle of their drag leash and walk them away calmly. There are poop scoopers and trash cans in every yard, as well as toys in a bin. Please always pick up dog poop and throw it out. As long as it is not otherwise specified that you can't, you can give your dog treats and play with toys. Please put the toys away before you leave and pick up treats on the ground because the next dog may not be able to have toys or treats. We require at least 2 hours per week of dog walking. However, you are welcome and encouraged to come in more often. Please sign up in your My Impact account so that we know to expect you and can plan accordingly. Since there is always a lot going on at TLAC, there are a few things you can do to keep yourself safe. Wear closed-toed shoes and keep them tied. Be aware of your surroundings, and don't wear headphones or earplugs. Some of our dogs will have medical conditions that are contagious to dogs and humans. Another aspect of safety is preventing the spread of disease. Here are tips to help prevent the spread of common medical conditions. Ringworm is contagious to dogs and people, similar to athlete's foot. After touching a dog with ringworm, wash your hands thoroughly with soap and water. Demodex mange is not contagious. Sarcoptic mange, also known as scabies, can be transmitted to humans and dogs who are young, old, or immunocompromised. If you fall into any of these categories, please do not walk these dogs. If you do walk these dogs, thorough hand washing and washing and drying clothes at the hottest setting can prevent transmission. Distemper is contagious between dogs. Since it is so contagious, we have staff and specially trained volunteers walk these dogs to prevent it from spreading more. Parvo is a disease that is highly contagious to dogs. We have a parvo ward inside of our clinic. Unvaccinated dogs are highly susceptible to diseases and are kept separate until their vaccines come into effect. Most dogs are vaccinated to protect against contracting distemper and parvo. When walking dogs at TLAC, it is important to come prepared. Here are a few things that would be best for you to bring or wear. Sturdy closed-toed shoes. Clothes that you can get dirty and allow you to bend and move easily. A 4 to 6 foot flat leash. Retractable leashes are not permitted. A fanny pack or treat pouch to keep things on your person while keeping hands free. Poop bags. A refillable water bottle. Treats, the stinkier the better. And items for current weather conditions, such as sunscreen, rain boots, or a jacket. Although cell phones are allowed for emergencies and to take pictures to send to marketing, we encourage walkers to engage with the dog rather than looking at their phone. Other valuables should be left at home or locked in your car or a locker for the day. Being a dog walker can be a challenging, though highly rewarding task. You will learn lots of techniques and rules that are designed to keep everyone safe. Please follow all directions provided to you by staff or volunteers in leadership roles, like mentors and shift leads. If you are corrected, please don't take it personally. There is a lot to remember, and we will all accidentally make a few mistakes. Remember that they are focusing on safety for you, others, and the dogs. Ask questions. Lots of people are here to answer your questions or provide assistance when needed, like volunteer coordinators, shift leads, mentors, and the dog walking program coordinator. We were all beginners at some point and know that it feels overwhelming. We are here to clarify or explain procedures, acronyms, or terminology. Some staff will keep their head down and look really busy, but don't take this personally. Know that it is because they are working hard to care for the animals. Carve out time in your schedule to walk dogs on a regular basis. Be willing to work in all weather conditions. The dogs are here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and 365 days a year. They need to be walked when it is 30 degrees and 100 degrees, pouring rain and flooding, and on holidays. We need your help every day of the year. There are 7 dog behavior colors, and there are dogs available for adoption in every behavior color except for purple. Each behavior color has implied characteristics of the dog's in-shelter behavior, with potential added special instructions. These behavior colors are based on how the dog behaves in their kennel, on leash, and with people. Behavior in one setting does not necessarily indicate a dog's behavior in another setting. Living in a shelter adds stress to a dog's life and can affect their behavior. Pink dogs are friendly with people, and some may pull on leash. The occasional moment of jumping up on someone out of excitement is acceptable. Orange dogs will show shy or nervous behavior toward humans or the shelter environment. They may hide, pancake to the ground, or be a flight risk. Blue dogs show jumpy or mouthy behavior on a wide spectrum in and/or outside of the kennel. This is out of excitement to see the person or leave their kennel. Silver dogs will show mild to severe reactivity on leash towards dogs. This is not indicative of the dog's behavior towards other dogs off-leash. Yellow dogs can display defensive behavior in and sometimes outside of the kennel towards humans, including growling, snapping, barrier reactivity, or is a potential bite risk. They can take time to warm up to new people and build a relationship. They can also have handling sensitivities and not like being touched in certain areas or at all. Red. There is not a specific behavior that is displayed for a dog to be upgraded to a red. This could be a more severe and difficult version of the collar colors blue, silver, and/or yellow, and the upgrade is due to a safety concern. Certain dogs might be on a specific training plan with the behavior department, and all who handle the dog must be directed on how to follow the designated plan. Purple dogs are red dogs that are also currently unavailable for adoption. All staff and volunteers must be approved by the behavior department to handle red and purple dogs. A dog's behavior colors can be upgraded or downgraded as the dog's behavior changes over time. It is very important for you to share your experiences with us if the dog exhibits behavior outside of their current behavior color, so that every dog can be appropriately categorized. There are 5 official dog handling classes available to volunteers and staff. Successfully completing each class allows you to walk a more challenging behavior color or participate in a new activity or class. We provide training before each level to provide consistency to the dogs we are working with and make sure that everyone is enjoying their interactions and are safe. Your first class is a mentor session, which covers pink dogs and general TLAC safety and handling guidelines. The second class is a boo session, which checks on your general handling and knowledge of TLAC rules, and then covers shy, fearful, or nervous orange dogs. The third class is Level 1, which covers leash skills, fancy footwork, kennel routines, and sits. Upon successful completion, this 3-week class allows you to take dogs to Extended Campus. Extended Campus is most easily described as around the ball fields. It covers the property inside the borders of Lamar, Cesar Chavez, and Austin High. The 4th dog handling class is Jam, which covers our blue dogs, who are jumpy and mouthy. Our final dog handling class is Level 2, which teaches many techniques for handling our silver and yellow dogs, including advanced leash work and kennel routines. There are a few optional fun classes after Level 1 training. Dog Tails is our baseline training program, and Rough Tail Runners class covers taking approved dogs to the Town Lake Trail. Once you have successfully completed Level 2, you can continue your training with the behavior team by participating in advanced behavior training programs, including CGC, TOP program, and Canine Coach class. Now that you have completed this video, you are one step closer to being able to walk pink dogs at TLAC. You will need to complete the quiz and click the Submit button. If you haven't already done so, please acknowledge the Dog Walking Expectation Agreement. This shows that you have read and agree to our dog walking rules and guidelines. Then, you will be ready to schedule your mentor session, which will be your first in-person hands-on training. You will find both of these in your My Impact account in the Opportunities tab. If you would like to start volunteering before your mentor session, there are many other ways that you can support the dog program at TLAC. You can sign up for an essential shelter task, including bowl washing, laundry, tuck-in time, or poop fairy. With so many dogs, it is always a challenge to keep up with cleaning. So your help in these areas is greatly appreciated. Plus, all of these tasks help us in making our dogs comfortable and reducing their stress, thus making them more adoptable. If dog walking doesn't seem like the activity that is the best fit for you, that's okay. There are many other ways to volunteer at APA. Contact volunteer@alstonpetsalive.org for help finding the right activity. Our volunteers are vital to the well-being of our organization. We could not save as many animals without the help of our wonderful volunteers that contribute in so many ways. Thank you for watching the dog walking introduction video. We are excited for you to join our team. Please email any questions to walking-warriors@alstonpetsalive.org. Thank you.